Good evening. I'm 14 First Alert meteorologist Arden Gregory here with the 9 o'clock weather show. And, our temperatures here recently have been a real roller coaster ride. The problem is this is a long roller coaster ride. We are not getting off anytime soon. We've had these huge changes in our temperatures. I mean, really all month long. There's no real pattern here. We've got, blues and greens and yellows and oranges all over the place, where we've had days where our highs only made it to the freezing point, and we've had days where our highs made it all the way into the 80s, and those have happened just 3 days apart sometimes. So we've had these really dramatic temperature changes. We had one just last night. This time last night we were tracking storms moving through parts of the tri-state. We had highs in the 80s 3 days in a row there, Friday, Saturday, then Sunday. Yesterday was record setting with highs all the way into the upper 80s. We hit 88 in Evansville yesterday, and then that cold front moved through last night, and today our highs only made it into the lower 50s in most locations, and we've got more roller coaster weather on the way as well. So there's a live look at the Evansville riverfront there tonight. What we're tracking is tonight it's going to become partly to mostly cloudy, and it's going to be chilly out there. I mean, we are coming off a day where our highs only made it into the 50s, so now that the sun has set, we're already dropping back through the 40s. This chilly weather is not going to last forever, though. As has been our pattern here recently, we're going to gradually start to warm back up, right? So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, every day we tack on a few more degrees. Then we've got yet another one of those cold fronts moving through, and Friday we're looking at rain and yet another big 30-degree temperature drop, similar to the one we dealt with last night. Now, I mentioned last night, this time yesterday, we were tracking storms in parts of the tri-state. As we expected would be the case, most of the action stayed to our north and northeast. We did have a few isolated severe thunderstorm warnings, mainly north of I-64 last night, but the greater risk of severe weather stayed just north of us. I know they had some large hail and things like that, for example, up in Knox County. But as expected, that moisture kind of died out then as you got down into the tri-state. The tail end of that thunderstorms just kind of barely clipped us, and many of us did not get any rain last night, but you still felt the impact of that cold front when you stepped out of your door this morning, because it was noticeably cooler. Right now it is dry across the tri-state. We're going to stay dry through the next couple of days, but then we do have that next cold front moving in by the end of the week. So for the time being, it's still kind of cool. As I said, we only made it into the low 50s in most locations this afternoon. As soon as the sun set a couple hours ago now, we started to see those temperatures dropping, and now we're sitting in the low to mid 40s. It's 43 right now in Evansville, 46 in Newburgh, Henderson, and Owensboro. As we go through the rest of the night, those temperatures will keep dropping, and that's not just because the sun has set, it's also because we still have cold air flowing into the tri-state. That cold front that moved through Sunday night, really the main thing it did is that cold front marks where the wind direction changes. So this weekend we had warm air just flowing in from the south. Then that cold front moved through, turned off the tap on that warm air, and instead we had cold air coming in from the north. So all day today we've had this chilly breeze coming in from the north, but already we're starting to see a very slight shift more to the northeast, and those winds will continue to shift around as we go through the next couple of days. So for tonight, partly to mostly cloudy, a light northeast breeze, and chilly. Our temperatures are going to dip into the mid 30s by the end of the night tonight. So as you step out the door first thing tomorrow morning, you are going to need a pretty heavy jacket. It's going to be cold out there first thing in the morning. Then as the day goes on, we see kind of a mix of sun and clouds. I think it'll be mostly sunny though tomorrow. Again, those winds keep shifting around, and tomorrow's highs will be somewhere in the upper 50s to low 60s, which is right on par with average for this time of year. Our average high temperature is 60 degrees, so tomorrow very seasonable. But then we keep warming up. By Wednesday, it's going to be about 10 degrees warmer than average, and by Thursday, 25, not doing my math right there, 25 degrees warmer than average there, with highs into the mid 80s again. But there's another one of those 30-degree temperature drops as we go from Thursday into Friday as well. So let's take a closer look at this cold front and what it might bring us. So let's start with right now. We've got this cool breeze coming in from the northeast. As I said, that wind direction will shift around as we go through the next couple of days. So tomorrow that wind is more from the east, then starts to shift around from the southeast. Then by Wednesday, it's coming almost straight in from the south. Again, pulling that warmer air into the tri-state and pushing our temperatures into the low 70s. A warm front will then pass through Wednesday night into Thursday morning. As that warm front swings through, there's a very isolated chance we could get a shower or thunderstorm very late Wednesday night into Thursday morning. I think many of us will end up staying dry, but we may get some spotty thunderstorms late Wednesday night into Thursday morning. The bigger impact is that behind that warm front, that wind from the south really picks up. Thursday is going to be breezy, but much like what we saw this weekend, that strong breeze from the south is what's going to push those temperatures. So that's what's going to send us into those mid 80s on Thursday. But then we've got the low pressure system that warm front's associated with. And as it slides in from the west, trailing a cold front behind it, it is going to kick up a line of showers and storms. Now, it looks like that may bring some thunderstorms and maybe even some strong to severe storms to our north overnight Thursday night. Then as this cold front starts to dip farther south, it moves into the tri-state by Friday. So obviously, it's Monday, folks. We're talking about something Thursday night into Friday. The exact timing could change, but as it stands right now, it seems like for us, the rain probably won't get here until Friday morning. So most of Thursday night may end up being dry for us, and then that rain moves in Friday morning. You'll also notice here's the cold front. That rain will likely be behind the cold front. That means that when that rain is moving in, our temperatures will already be starting to drop, which means we're losing energy at that point. So I do think that those showers and storms will be weakening then as they move into the tri-state. That rain may stick with us up through the middle of the day on Friday. So Friday could end up kind of dreary. We've got, these falling temperatures, this chilly wind from the north, scattered rain through a good chunk of the day, and then that rain and that cold front all pushes off to the south, and it looks like by Saturday we'll have clear blue sunny skies again, but we still have that cool air coming in from the north, so our temperatures will still be on the cooler side as we start the weekend. So as for the thunderstorm risk, as of right now, an area to our north is outlooked for potential severe storms on Thursday. That does come right up to the northern edge of the tri-state and includes places like Wayne, Edwards, Wabash, Gibson, and Pike counties, and I mean just barely touches the tri-state. So what I'm thinking is this is where there could be severe weather Thursday night. But by the time it gets to us, as we head into Friday morning, I really think things are going to be weakening out. So as of right now, we have held off on any first alert weather day. Byron Douglas and I discussed it earlier today. We've considered it, but it really seems like as it stands right now, the threat's really to our north Thursday night. And by the time it gets to us on Friday, it's just going to be kind of a chilly, rainy day. Certainly a big change from Thursday, but spring in the tri-state, we're going to have these big ups and downs all the time. So since as of right now, it doesn't seem like there's going to be severe weather associated with that cold front for us, we've held out on a first alert weather day. This is still a few days out, though. As things get closer, that could change. The timing may change, circumstances may change, and if it seems like we could have severe weather, at that point we would add a first alert weather day. But even then, I think it would probably be something similar to the alert day we just had last night, where it's an isolated chance, mainly for just one part of the tri-state. I would say probably the northern end. Overall, though, it really looks like the chance of severe weather will probably be north of the tri-state. Let's check in on the comments here. Laura Gray watching from Dawson Springs. We always appreciate you tuning in, Laura. Good evening, Suzanne, Hillary, Zach, Cheyenne, and Jeff. Hillary's asking, is Thursday going to be an alert day? I just addressed that. I know you asked this question before I got around to that, but As of right now, it's not. If it became an alert day, it would most likely be for an overnight threat, very late Thursday night into Friday morning, as it looks like that's when that rain's going to move in. This 30% chance of rain on Thursday is really twofold here. We've got this chance very, very late Wednesday night into Thursday morning as the warm front moves through, and then another chance very late Thursday night into Friday morning as the cold front moves through. So most of the day on Thursday, even though there's a little lightning bolt on the 7-day there, most of the day on Thursday is actually going to be dry and even mostly sunny. It's going to be breezy, sunny, warm. We've just got that isolated chance of storms in the morning and then another chance of rain very late Thursday night into Friday. As of right now, though, we're holding off on any kind of alert day as it seems like the risk is probably going to be mainly to our north. And Zach is asking about thunderstorms in early April. Is it too early to say for sure? I would say yes, it's too early to say for sure what's going to happen as we get into April. Oftentimes, we do see more frequent storms, more chances for severe weather as we get later into the spring. So really, severe weather season kind of starts to pick up in March. We've already seen, as I showed you before, some of these big temperature swings, these chances for thunderstorms and severe weather. And then typically we see that picking up as we get later into the spring season. So April, especially into May, and then kind of tapering off then as you get into June. So really May tends to be the most frequent severe weather month, but we're kind of ramping up into that as we go through April. So it is too early to say for sure what April will bring us, but I will say, we do live in kind of the new tornado alley, as they're calling it. We do have an increased risk of tornadoes just living in this part of the country. And especially as you get into spring severe weather season, it would be common for us to have severe weather as you get into April. So if someone's telling you we're going to have severe storms in April, I can't tell you with any kind of certainty which days or what threats or timing or anything like that, but severe weather in April in the tri-state, that's a pretty solid bet. So yeah, we probably will have severe weather in April, but that's just because we typically have severe weather in April, not because we have anything specific that we're tracking at this time. All right, and William commenting there. Good evening, William. Thank you for your comment. I'm not seeing any other questions about the forecast. So again, I'm just going to summarize the 7-day one more time. Then I'll go ahead and let you get back to your Monday evening, and I hope you will join us again for 14 News at 10. We've got some headlines and an updated look at your forecast there. But this is just kind of a snapshot. We've gotten into some of the details already. Tomorrow morning, we will start the day in the mid-30s, so it's going to be chilly first thing tomorrow. We'll then climb to around 60, mostly sunny, but there will be some clouds in the mix as well. Dropping back into the 40s Tuesday night. Wednesday, we start to warm up even more, highs in the low 70s. A warm front passes through Wednesday night into Thursday morning, bringing us a very isolated chance for some rain. But behind that warm front, Thursday is going to be very breezy with winds from the south, and that's also what's going to push our temperatures then into the mid-80s on Thursday, 25 degrees warmer than the average for this time of year. A cold front then moves into the tri-state very late Thursday night into Friday morning. Most of that rain will be behind the cold front, so I really do think that as the rain approaches, it is going to be weakening. And with that, we'll also already see our temperature starting to drop. So it's going to be moving into an environment where we're kind of already seeing things weaken out. We're already losing that energy. Our temperatures are dropping. So I do think it'll be mainly just rain on Friday. We could certainly see some thunderstorms. As of right now, it looks like the risk of severe weather is probably going to stay to our north, but we'll let you know if that changes. Sometimes it does. The clouds and any chance of rain then clear out of here by Friday night. It is going to be cold, though, as we start the weekend. If you have plans Saturday morning, we're probably going to start the day near or maybe even just below freezing. Then we'll only climb into the mid-50s Saturday afternoon, even though it's going to be sunny, because we're still going to have that cool wind coming in behind that cold front. Saturday night into Sunday, though, that wind starts to shift again, as it always does. By Sunday, we're looking at highs in the mid-60s, and then by Monday of next week, temperatures climbing into the lower 70s again. So we're just always on some kind of little temperature roller coaster around here when we get into the spring months. And Nathan's asking, is it going to rain Friday night? I don't think so, Nathan. Again, it's Monday, so give me a little grace here. The timing could change, but as of right now, it looks like this rain will be Friday morning, maybe lingering into Friday afternoon, but I think by Friday night it'll be out of here as it stands right now. All right, I'm not seeing any other questions, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Again, I'll have another look at your forecast on 14 News tonight at 10, and the guys are going to have all of your latest headlines, plus a look at some sports highlights and all kinds of things. So I hope you will join us tonight at 10. If you're headed to bed, have a great rest of your night, and I hope we'll see you again tomorrow.